So here I am creating a self-portrait, and I am going to use my color value scale here. And so I posterized my image, I traced it here, and this is going to be my reference I will look off of to tell where I need to put the darks and where I need to put the lights. And remember, how do I know what are my darks and my lights using color? Well, I use this value scale here. So I'm just gonna begin coloring in. And when you do this, just constantly make sure you're referencing your value scale and you're referencing your photograph so you know. Don't just start like giving up and coloring whatever color you want. This really is a cross-reference. You are constantly looking at everything. So I have all my colors in front of me that I'm going to use. Now, if your image doesn't have like 8 different values, then maybe pick and choose which ones you're going to do. So like maybe it only has like 5 values. So maybe you use 2 light, 2 in the middle, and then 1 dark, or your choice. So maybe 2 dark, 2 in the middle, 1 light. Okay, so I am going to determine how many values I think I need before I start, so I know which colors I'm going to use and which colors I can maybe like cross out and not even use at all. All right, so the way I'm going about this is I am kind of starting here. I'm looking at my hair shapes, and I know my hair is darker than the values in my face because I have darker hair. So I am going to pick my darkest value, which is like this area right here by my face, and I'm just going to make little marks of where these need to, the colors that I'm going to color these in. And this is going to kind of help me plan a little bit. Now, as I look at this value here on my hair, I notice it's the same exact value as this in my neck. So I'm going to mark that as the same color, even though it's different parts of my portrait. I am going to just go ahead and start coloring in the hair, and then I'll move into the face. So that way I don't get overwhelmed with like what all these shapes are and what I need to do here. So I'm just focusing on the values I put down. So I put my darkest, second, third, and I think that's all I have. Okay, and so I will simply, to the best of my ability, begin coloring these in. Color in to the best of your ability. This assignment requires a lot of patience, so tell yourself that with every moment you feel that you're getting a little bored or like this is going to take too long, I want to give up. Nope, it is going to take a long time, and accept that. Alright, so now that I have done the hair, what I'm going to do is I'm going to move into the face portion. Now again, mine has a lot of shapes. Yours should not have as many colors and shapes as mine. But here I go. So I'm going to determine where I left off down here at the neck portion, and then see if I see any of those similar values up here in the face, and then I know that's what I need to start coloring in parts of the face. And I'm going to do the same exact thing that I did. I'm kind of just going to mark, and I'm going to follow my value scale. Alright, so here I have colored it in. Now what I can do is I can start going in with my artistic eye and just tweaking anything that I feel needs a little tweaking. So if like I feel like my lips need to stand out a bit more, then maybe I add a little darker pressure around the outlines. Maybe if my eyes need to stand out a bit more, I do the same, right? So now you just want to go in and make it look like the way you need it to look, okay? So I know like here against on my hair right here, like that is really, really dark, and I don't feel I'm getting that value so much on my image. So I'm gonna go in and layer in some more colored pencil there to add more darkness, because it's just not coming up as dark as it needs to be. Okay, so start making editing decisions. And so I think almost on everything I need to just increase my pressure, especially on the darker values, because they aren't looking heavy enough. but I think I'm okay on my lighter values. Alright, so last thing is I just think I need a little bit of darkness here around the eyes. Even though the values aren't telling me that I need it, I'm going to go ahead and add it because you know what? I'm the artist and I can make those decisions. But I don't want to go too overboard of making my own decisions because we are trying to obey the values that we see in the grayscale here. Alright, so I think I'll stop there. That's close enough to what I think would be a successful posterized image here. So that is how we take something that is in grayscale showing values dark to light, assigning color to those values, and creating it here in a drawing. So here's the image complete. I chose to use crayons and some markers to fill in my spaces and to make my text stand out a bit more.